Hey, what is up YouTube? Andrew Rooney here. I'm a full-time drummer and drum teacher here in Auckland, New Zealand, and something a little bit different today. I'm going to check out the top 20 drum intros of all time as chosen by Rick Beato. We all know Rick Beato, legend of YouTube, legend of music. Wait, how many subscribers has he got? I thought I had a few. 2.83 million? Are you kidding me? We all know that Rick has such an educational and entertaining channel, all based around music production, education, and a lot of playing as well. So I cannot wait to check this out. Everything Rick does is quality, so let's hit it. Now, just before we do check this video out, a quick word from today's sponsor.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm just kidding, we don't have a sponsor, but Christopher Shapert, a long-time supporter of the channel, has sent me some bongo coffee from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm enjoying it right now in my Drums and Coffee mug. It is absolutely fantastic. Christopher, thank you so much for sending that out all the way to the bottom of the South Pacific in New Zealand.
Cliffs on both sides. I'm not gonna paddle in New Zealand.
All right. Be sure to subscribe, just like I am, to Rick Beato, of course. And remember to pick up your free 30-day trial with Drumeo. Link in the description of the video. Let's hit it. Oh, he's playing.
Coming up with a drum intro or a signature that actually is worthy of being out in front of a song by itself is even more difficult, I would say, than with a guitar part or a piano part.
Interesting.
But when you come up with a great one, like the ones you'll hear in this video today, they usually tend to become really big songs. In today's video, I'm going to count down my top 20 greatest drum intros of all time. When I did the acoustic guitar intro video, a lot of people asked me what I was recording through, and I was answering in the comments, you know, what microphone and mic pre. So I want to talk about real quick what I'm using to record the drums. It's a very simple setup. The microphones we're using for this session are a stereo pair of AKG 414 BULS from the mid-80s. And then
good
for
mics.
Our mono mic, I have a Royer R122V. It's a tube mic. It's a really great
everything
mic,
Rick does is quality.
When I want to bring the drums
this is what
to mono.
I want my channel
The mic pre's for the AKG
to be like.
mics are BAE 1073s. And the mic pre I'm using for the Royer is a BAE 1066.
I can already guess what's going to be in this video.
I'm also using a stereo compressor on the room mics. It's a Tagler audio compressor called the Creme. Since these drum intros span many different genres of music, I thought I better bring in a pro drummer. So I brought in my friend Jack Jones to play drums. And I'm going to accompany Jack on the guitar and bass.
I got to admit, I thought Rick was going to be playing the drums on all these intros, which would have been interesting. I'm not sure how good a drummer Rick is, by the way. Maybe he's just as good as he is on the other instruments. I'm going to make a prediction that if he's doing a top 20, I don't know if he's going to count down to like number one being the best, but it's got to be Rock With You, right? Rock With You? Michael Jackson? We'll see.
Bass and keyboards when necessary to give you context as to how these intros work with the beginning of the song. Here we go. Coming in at number 20 is a song that was released in 1990. It's from the grunge era, but it's not a grunge band, and it's one of my favorite drummers of that era.
Oh, interesting. Jimmy Chamberlain?
Song number 19 was produced.
That's just singles, isn't it? I think it's just a single stroke roll pattern, just orchestrated between the tom and the snare. That's an interesting one. I didn't know that song. The other one, I was just thinking, Spin Doctors, Two Princes. It's got to be in here. We'll see.
Produced by Daniel Lanois and Brian Eno. It has an instantly recognizable intro and is from one of the biggest records of the 1980s.
Good drummer. Killer sound. No close mics, just the
Song number 18
condensers.
was released in 1979. It was the band's debut single, and it was a 6-week #1.
Oh! I just recorded this. I just recorded that the other day. You would have seen on my channel. So, yeah, I agree. I would have had that in my top 20 as well.
Coming in at number 17 is the drum intro from a record that was released in 1971 and is one of the biggest rock albums of all time. The introduction also shares a very similar groove
Must
to
be
the
Led
Little
Zeppelin.
Richard song, Keep a Knockin'. Check it out.
That's a hard pattern. All that unison hi-hat left hand with accents, not easy. This drummer is fantastic. I think he said, Jack Jones, I think he said his name was. Terrific drummer.
Song number 16 was an intro that all the drummers when I was growing up learned to play. It came out in
Rosanna.
1976. Here it is.
I didn't know this one. I really thought that was going to be Rosanna by Toto when he said all the drummers had to know how to play it, but I guess that's more the groove, not so much the intro. Man, this guy is a tidy drummer.
Song number 15 was released in 1973 when people used to use cowbells. Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Song number 14 is by
Linnea
a drummer
with the
that's been in
flams.
2 huge bands. There's actually a few different drum intros that I could have taken of his, but I really like this one, even though it wasn't as popular of a song as the other one I was going to take.
Oh.
Coming in at number 13 is a song where the drummer and singer are the same person. In fact, it takes 2 of us to play the intro.
Get it, Rick.
JB's always got you.
Song number 12.
No, I don't have YouTube Premium yet. I'm going to back it up a little bit. I don't know a lot of the Phil Collins back catalog. Cool.
Song number 12 is from one of the biggest
They are getting a good sound too, by the way.
bands of the late 70s and 80s. This happens to be the shortest intro on the list, but as soon as you hear it, you know what song it is.
Oh, yeah. Look at Rick playing the big fiddle. Copeland. Come on. Stuart Copeland. Now, he is not featured on my channel a lot. I've done a bunch of Stuart Copeland drum covers. One of the most unique original voices, not only in drums, in music. I know a Stuart Copeland drum part. I know it's him when I hear it. I can hear the intensity. I can hear the pushing of the time and the forcefulness. His personality comes through in his drumming. And then we get the crazy influences, and you can look into his growing up. One out of the bag. An absolute gem in the music scene for me. Stuart Copeland, wow.
Song number 11 is from my favorite band and favorite album of all time.
Wow.
I think you can guess who I'm talking
No, I
about.
don't. Oh. I didn't know this.
Okay, now we've hit the top 10. This is actually the first song that's
Two
in an
Princes
odd time signature, which happens
and Rock
to
With
be
You. Gotta be.
in 7/4. You can probably guess what band I'm talking about.
Classic snare off tool. Cool.
Song number 9 was played by one of the biggest session drummers of all time. It's instantly recognizable, and one of my favorite things about it is that he's from my hometown of Rochester, New York.
Gad. Come on. This drummer would have been nervous recording this.
Song number 8.
He did a really good job there, by the way. I tried to do a cover of 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, and it's just incredibly difficult. I mean, you think you've got it, and then you listen back and you go, that's not Gad. It's not even close to Gad. That was a really good rendition of it. Absolutely classic and a good example of drum composition.
8 was released in the year 2000. It's from a band that gets mentioned in the comments section on this channel constantly. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a What Makes This Song Great about this song. Check it out.
Linear? Very linear, that intro, isn't it? Cool.
Coming in at number 7 is an intro by my favorite Canadian 3-piece progressive rock band.
Hey, Rush.
You probably can't guess who it is.
Look at the concentration on his face.
Song number 6 was the second song I thought of when trying to come up with a list of the top 20 greatest drum intros. It's actually been a hit song twice, once in the 70s and once in the 80s.
Just a second. So we're down to number 6. We haven't had Rock With You, or Rock With You and Two Princes by Spin Doctors are definitely going to be in here. So they must be in his top 6. Superstition is a classic. Obviously not a difficult drum intro, not a difficult drum part, but so recognizable. And I just thought of another Stevie Wonder one. Master Blaster. Rat-dun, shh, rat-dun, rat-da-da. Now, I'll be amazed if, I would have had all 4 in my 20 drum intros, but we'll see. This is what happens when you're from different eras, I guess, and different tastes in music.
I thought of when trying to come up with a list of the top 20 greatest drum intros. It's actually been a hit song twice, once in the 70s and once in the 80s. Here it is.
Oh, yeah, I would have had this one too.
Okay, now we're down to the top
groove.
5. Really, any of
Much
these
harder
songs
than it
could
seems.
be in any order here. This particular song is not really played on a real drum set. I think it's actually played on Simmons drums, at least the kick and the toms. But Jack is going to play it on the real drum set. Here it is.
Ah, yes. This is a classic. Notoriously difficult. This guy is amazing.
Song number 4 was in the comments section of the top keyboard intros of all time video, except for the fact that the song doesn't start with keyboards. It actually starts with the drums. Here it is.
Ah. There we go. I would have had this one.
Song
Classic
number
groove.
3 is one of the most original beats and recognizable intros that I can think of. It came out on an album in 1983. Here it is.
He's a bit of a U2 fan, eh, Rick? What a drum sound. Has he got no kick mic there? Killer.
Okay, we're down to the top 2 drum intros of all time. Coming in at number 2 is a song that's based on a shuffle. In fact, it's based on the Purdy Shuffle.
Rosanna.
Instantly recognizable, and it's a very hard groove to play. Here it is.
It's a very hard groove to play. Understatement. Rick just said Rosanna's an incredibly hard groove to play. That, yeah, I cannot tell you how difficult. I spent a good chunk of years trying to get Rosanna down. It's difficult. It's really difficult. It's all about the ghosts, deciding how many ghosts you're going to put in. Everybody thinks Rosanna is one bar. Everybody looks at the classic Rosanna shuffle with all the in-between ghosts on the ands and the triplets. That's not what Jeff's playing through the whole song. I think it's first, he only plays a couple of ghost notes and it evolves. It's an organic drum track. It changes throughout the song. Incredibly hard song to play. Anything like Jeff. I mean, you're talking the greatest drummer of all time, greatest studio drummer. Very, very difficult. Difficult to make it feel right. Not so difficult to play all the notes, but to make it feel anything close to what Jeff made it feel like, probably close to impossible.
Okay, before we get to the #1 drum intro of all time, we're going to do our honorable mentions. The first of these is actually a song that I wish was famous enough to actually be in this. It happens to be in 9/8, and the drummer is Billy Cobham.
Ooh.
Here are the honorable mentions for top drum intros of all time.
Oh, yeah. I would have had Ain't Too Proud to Beg as well. Nice. I didn't think about that one. Yeah. I guess Billie Jean is, drum intro.
Okay, coming in at #1, just like in the top acoustic guitar intros of all time, it's the same group, and everybody knew this was going to be #1 from the beginning. Here it is.
Of course.
That's all for now. Please
again.
Subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're a first-time viewer on this channel, don't forget to ring the bell. If you're interested in the Beato book or anything from my store, t-shirts, coffee mugs, beer steins, go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. That's how I support my channel. Don't forget to follow me on
Original
Instagram
video
at
link in the description of my video.
I do a lot of new content there almost every day, a lot more guitar-oriented content. And if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the Beato Club. Thanks for watching.
All right, just initial thoughts. You know, Rick Beato would be a dream interview for me. So Rick, if for some reason you do end up watching this video, I would love to chat to you about music and everything, music in general. But yeah, thank you again for such a fantastic video. I don't know how I've missed this video. I've been on a bit of a run of what makes this song great, the awesome series that Rick does. But yeah, I have not seen this video. I'm really surprised at a few songs that were left out. And I guess this was pretty geared towards the 70s. And I mean, that would have been a really impactful time for Rick. I'm not 100% sure how old Rick is, but we've all got that formative time in our life where music just means so much. And that era is going to really stick with you and be really impactful and powerful. The other thing that happens is, you know, we're going back to a time when we actually had drum intros and real drums. too soon. So there is that to think about as well. This actually makes me think I would like to do a top 20 drum intros because I've got so many that I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Maybe Rock With You is too obvious. Maybe that's why he didn't go there. And Two Princes, that was just a really obvious one for me. But that's not to say Rick's picks are wrong. He's just picked what he thinks are the top 20 drum intros. And, you know, I would do the same with whatever I think. And whatever I chose, you know, that will get critiqued as well. And I'll be leaving out a lot of stuff that, you know, you guys wanted in there, but it's just your personal picks. So there's no right or wrong on that. The thing with Rick Beato and his channel is he's just so personable. I mean, there's a lot of great information and a lot of knowledge and experience, but ultimately it's him. It's his personality that just shines through. He's just so much fun and humble, but still serious enough to give you a lot of information. And yeah, it's just a fantastic channel. So if you haven't seen Rick Beato before, which there's probably no point me saying this because I know you've seen Rick Beato's channel before, but if you've somehow missed it and you're watching me, go check out Rick. Yeah, everything about this was awesome. I mean, the drummer that he brought in was Jack Jones, I believe his name was. Great playing. The drums sounded amazing. They even got the sounds pretty close, like on the Led Zeppelin stuff and that. The sounds, you know, I noticed they were actually changing the kit. And for the Beatles one, you know, they put the tambourine on the hats and everything. So a lot of attention to detail. I mean, here with my channel, it's a team of one.
That's what she said.
And, you know, I can't imagine how much effort and time went into the creation of this video. It's just so thorough. You know, the backdrop always looks amazing. The lighting, the sound. I noticed no close mics during the drum performances. So, man, if that's what you're getting with just a room mic and 2 condensers, boy, I need to up my engineering game. Remember guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, leaving me a comment with what you thought of it. If you would like more stuff like this, where I'm not really reacting to a drum performance, but more on music in general, an interest kind of post, I guess, an interest video related to music on sort of the exterior. Let me know if you would like more content like this. I love it. It gives me a chance to actually sit down and watch videos that I've missed. You know, this is the kind of thing that I would love to watch more of. And Rick always has an interesting take on things. You know, he'll always come up with something that I hadn't thought of, or you know, a couple of songs there that I wasn't very familiar with at all. And do let me know if you would like to hear my top 20 drum intros, and I could go ahead and put that video together. With that said, guys, I hope you dug the video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Ciao.